Dion Charles with an absolute worldie of a strike, but passing off the hander, it's in the back of the net. Morley hits it first time. What a goal that is from Aaron Morley. Back of the net, it's Amadou Bakayoko.
Hello and welcome to the Wanderers Review with me, Jim Bailey, right here on Bolton FM. Of course, this time we are looking back at Bolton Wanderers versus Oxford United at the University of Bolton Stadium. And well, Oxford United coming into this game just ahead of the relegation zone. Wanderers, of course, up to 5th in those playoff spots in the EFL Skybet League One. Looked like a game that Wanderers could take, but on this Halloween weekend, would it be a nightmare for Wanderers or for Oxford United?
Knocked the ball behind and it's Donker with the touch and it's in the back of the net. It's bundled home and Oxford have the lead. And it's in the 6-yard box. Trafford is there to palm it and it's hooked away. Bradley on the overlap is Jones into Sheehan. That's a tremendous save. And Charles nods the ball over. Brown with a chance on goal. He tries a shot. It takes a deflection off Santos and it finds the back of the net. And Oxford United are 2 goals up here. Bradley again striding forward. He finds Charles in on goal. He scores for Bolton. Dion Charles ends his goal drought and Bolton are back in this one. Morley, into the back post and Charles was sliding in. It's whipped in. Trafford looked to come and gather. It's in the back of the net. And that's going to count, I can tell you. It's been a frustrating afternoon for Wanderers. It's finished here. Bolton Wanderers 1, Oxford United 3.
Every kick-off, every goal, all the action. Wanderers live on 96.5 Bolton FM.
All the action there with Derek Clark, of course, on commentary. And a disappointing afternoon for Bolton Wanderers as they ran out 3-1 losers to Oxford United at the University of Bolton Stadium. Derek Clark caught up with Ian Evatt after the game.
Made 4 changes, today. Ian, was that based on the workload, like you say?
Yeah, as I said, physically, obviously, it takes energy to make comebacks, but more mentally fatigued because we've had to put a lot in to win those 2 games. As I said, we haven't won them on our quality. We've won them on character, energy and belief, really. So we needed to make changes against the really, as I said, in my opinion, the most energetic team in the league. And if you don't match their energy, you're in trouble. And certainly if you don't match the energy and we don't show the belief in possession that we can and bravery in possession that we can, then you're in a spot of bother. They are full man-for-man press. They left 2v2 at the back. They went man-for-man. They pushed right on us. And rather than us being brave and backing ourselves to find solutions, we ended up playing too long. And what we did do is play long into 2 5'8", 5'9" strikers against 2 6'4", 6'5" centre-backs, especially first half. And we then lost the first contact, which is inevitable if we're playing that type of football. And then we lost the seconds as well because the team was a bit disjointed. We were showing for the ball in midfield because they're both, particularly Kieran and Josh, are creative players. That's not their game to run and win second balls. If we're going to play those, we need to be super brave in possession and back their quality. But we didn't do that. Second half, we conceded a goal far too early, so we lacked the time to gather a head of steam up and everything we spoke about at half time. Then we start to rally and get into it, and we get a good goal, a well-worked goal, and it looks like it's on again. But it wasn't to be. Another really poor goal to concede. Whether it's a foul or not on Traff, I don't know. But what I will say is we have to protect him better. We can't allow bodies around him. We have to be strong, we have to be physical, and we have to clear the area for him to come and take the ball. If you look at their keeper, he was coming and claiming things really comfortably with no pressure because they did a really good job of protecting him. I think we need to protect Traff better.
And there's some frustration in the sidelines as well, a few questionable refereeing decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd rather not speak about referees, but for me, that performance wasn't good enough.
A disappointed Ian Evatt there speaking to Derek Clark. And Derek didn't just speak to the Bolton Wanderers boss, he also caught up with Wanderers defender George Johnston.
Does that make it disappointing today, George, because you have got such a robust defence, losing the goals you did lose today?
Yeah, especially, set piece again, that's really cheap goal to concede, very preventable, and the first one very sloppy, also preventable, but we know we're much better than this, but it's just Yeah, really frustrating knowing we have to work so hard for our goals, and we give them a few cheap goals today.
The manager said that you're just a wee bit naive, the defence, in terms of the set piece. I think that's fair to say, that they're in the dark arts a bit more.
Yeah, maybe. I've not seen it back. I didn't really get a clear view of that goal. But yeah, it's something we've got to tidy up on, be a bit more robust. So yeah, we'll put that right.
Yeah, is it important to take stock as well? I mean, this season you're up in sixth position. You're in much better position than what you were last term. So it's important just to look at what has been a busy month for you, and just think, well, we're still sixth position at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it gives us kind of like a mental reset, because we haven't played well this week, but we've got the results, and it's kind of given us an idea that it hasn't been good, and it needs to be better going forward, especially against the better teams, because we can't come back every time.
A frustrated George Johnson, and well, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. A frustrating afternoon for Bolton Wanderers, and unfortunately one that sees them taking no points from a home game that you would have expected was winnable at the start of the day. Looking at what it has done to the league table, and well, Wanderers have dropped one position, now behind Portsmouth on goal difference, sat in 6th place. Still 3 points ahead of Derby in 7th. And as I say, level on points with Portsmouth. However, Portsmouth do have one game in hand over Wanderers and 2 over Peterborough in 4th. Well, there you go. We'll see what Wanderers can do next time out in the FA Cup at the earlier start time of a 2 o'clock kickoff. That's next Saturday. So join us from 1 on Wanderers Live as we bring you some FA Cup action for the Whites. That's all from your Wanderers Review this week. I've been Jim Bailey, and I'll see you next time on Bolton FM.
Every kickoff, every goal, all the action. Wanderers Live on 96.5 Bolton FM.